Alright, so we made it off the boat. What hotel did you book?
You booked the hotel, you would know where it is.
So back in December of 2021, my mom scored me and my friend Dean a couple of tickets for a boat ride to Key West. Problem is, the hotels in Key West are bonkers expensive. So what's a couple of broke college kids to do? Why, sleep outside, of course. Now, I know what you're probably saying. Yeah, isn't that super dangerous? Oh boy, was it! Like, please, seriously, don't do this. Don't try this. Like, we had fun, but don't do this. It was not a good idea. In order to catch the boat that would be taking us to Key West, we had to make it to the dock by 6:30 in the morning, which meant these two night owls were gonna have to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed by 5 in the morning.
Kat's upset that I woke up early for this. Now, it is my fault that we were a little late, maybe. We got 48 hours to go.
After an energy drink and a couple of marital disputes later, we had secured our seat on the Key West Express, where we would be sat for the next 3 hours. Now, this is pretty standard travel time for most short-term vacations. However, this vessel would be taking us through international waters, and we're poor, so this means that our phones wouldn't be working for the entire ride. But don't you worry for our short attention spans, because we found a deck of cards that kept us entertained for a surprisingly long time.
Let the record state that I won the 8 previous rounds before that.
It doesn't matter unless it's recorded.
No. Even I said that. You had cheated.
The rest of the ride was spent eavesdropping on other passengers, napping, and going through totally true and not at all made up facts about the Keys. Here are some of our personal favorites. In order to separate itself from the rest of Florida, Key West locals tied the land to the backs of 500 manatees and took off south. The other keys are debris from that voyage. Drunk rednecks are actually a protected species here in Key West, and you're not allowed to interfere with the wildlife. And of course, you cannot forget the Key West cock. The what? Oh yeah, no, this one's actually true. There's cocks everywhere in the Keys.
I was promised cock. Where's the cock at?
Where the cock at?
Where the cock at? We made it. We made it. We're in the sunshine. It's like sunshine. Once we had finally docked and stretched our legs, we realized exactly how little of a plan we actually had. Not knowing what else to do, we figured we would just wander around the island and wait for inspiration to strike.
We're trying not to spend money, but we see key lime pie restaurants everywhere we go.
And you gotta have key lime in the Keys.
My want and lust for key lime does not affect where I am, but it's a little amplified here.
Yeah.
Oh, key lime.
We found some potential in the form of key lime restaurants, but that only kept us entertained for so long.
It didn't taste that good.
Yes, finally, cock. Oh no, I got a little too close. Cock's always running when I'm in town.
Then, by some strange act of fate, we found exactly what we were looking for. Isopod.
We want that. Oh, isopod.
We want the
It's a
isopod.
bug, but you can hold it and hug it and love it.
An aquarium was the exact thing we needed, the exact thing we craved. There was water and fish and turtles and other creatures in that water. Where are you supposed to find something like that on an island of all places? Not to mention the giant isopods. We had to go in. We simply had to. Once inside, we made a beeline directly for the giant isopods exhibit, only to have our hearts completely ripped out and shattered by what we found in its place.
They're not here. I want them. I was gonna give them a hug. Why can't I give them a smooch? Man, I'm gone.
Turns out the rest of the aquarium was the one thing that our shared brain cell could focus on because we spent a long time filming in there. And I mean a long time, like a very long time. So long, in fact, that we had to step outside to remind ourselves what it felt like to be a human. We're here all night and all of tomorrow.
36 hours, if anyone's keeping track. Oh, you see that? That's rain. And it's raining on our hotel, which is the beach.
It was here that it started to set in exactly what kind of night we were in for. No longer in a fish-induced trance, we had realized how hungry we had gotten from wandering around the island for so long. Key West is famous for its restaurants, bars, and general nightlife, but seeing as we were poor and under the age of 21, we would not be partaking in that part of Key West culture. Instead, we would be filling our stomachs with the one thing that unites Florida as a nation: a Publix deli sub. Once the thought of a warm, chicken tender Publix sub came into our minds, there was nothing that was gonna make it go away until we got one. The only problem was the nearest Publix was a 2-hour walk away, but we had nothing else to do, so off we went in search of Publix. Now, I won't sit here and lie to you and say that this journey went off without a hitch, because it didn't. I guess all that fish filming of the aquarium did a number on Dean's battery because her phone died very shortly into our voyage.
My phone died. Rule 1 of traveling. And I let my phone die.
She was the one that was like, oh, we need to bring chargers and charge our phones before we come. And then I tried to charge her phone and she left my fast charger at home.
I've made mistakes. I've made regrets.
She's made many.
We had to make a pit stop because Dean's phone died, but whatever. Oh my god, she's stopping again. She stopped for Among Us stuff.
I want authentic Key West merch while I'm here.
It was Among Us stuff. That wasn't the only hang-up we encountered, because we also got very distracted by more sea creatures and art. It's not as cool as the real fish, but art's pretty cool, I guess.
I like art.
We're still on our journey to find the Publix.
I've been singing a lot of songs with my friend Kat, but they don't want to sing along. Watch us always walk around aimlessly. We don't know we're wrong.
I have a map, don't worry. Eventually, though, we saw it. There in the distance, standing tall and glorious, Publix. We got our sandwiches, found a cafe to sit in, eat, and do the one thing that girls born after 2000 know how to do. Charge our phones. While we were resting and mentally preparing ourselves for the 2-hour walk back to Mallory Square, where we'd be spending our evening, Dean made the infuriating discovery that she had a significant amount of credit with a ride-sharing app. Instead of beating her ass like I felt deeply obligated to, I got distracted by more Key West cock and eventually forgot about it.
Nice. Cock of the walk over here. Nice cock.
And as the sun started to set, Mallory Square started to come to life with live music, street performers, and just people. So many people. Luckily for these two introverts, the other tourists were a sleepy bunch and left the square shortly after sunset. We figured it was best to take the opportunity to rest while we had it, so we stayed put in the square for a few hours and soaked in the miscellaneous music and bright enough streetlights.
We wouldn't be doing this if we did well in high school.
Somewhere around midnight, though, we had too close of an interaction with a drunk tourist on a bicycle, so we took that as a sign to move shop. There was a park nearby that was still open, so that became our sanctuary for the next few hours.
Do you have any thoughts that you'd like to recall?
Very not looking forward to. When is sunrise? In 12 hours?
Yeah, that's how night works.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Not too long into charging our phones on a dock, we got escorted out of the park by security for being too cool or whatever. It was at this point that we realized we had to use the bathroom, which is very frowned upon in Key West after sunset. All of the public restrooms closed at sundown. Cruel, I know. We spent a good chunk of our time wandering around looking pitiful with the hopes that some poor restaurant employee would feel bad for us and show us their secret bathroom. And that worked. Somewhere around 2 a.m., a very lovely bartender took mercy on us. Having finally relieved ourselves, we decided to continue with our master plan developed earlier in the aquarium, which was to find a fast food restaurant to seek refuge in for the night. So we caught another Uber to the nearest burger place and were quickly dropped off without another thought. It was at this moment, though, that our plan came crashing through. What would normally be a 24-hour establishment was closed for the night because the kitchen had flooded. It was at this point in the trip that I noticed every time we would get thrown a curveball from the universe, there would also be a chicken.
It's like an omen.
We just got royally fucked.
No, but we're like gonna be okay.
It was as if Key West herself had sent these creatures to protect us, and we thanked her kindly for the distraction. So we followed this mother hen and her baby for a while until she brought us to the scariest bench on the island.
And what the fuck? That's so scary.
And it was here on this bench that we stayed until sunrise. And by that I mean until the nearest coffee shop opened its doors, where we napped for 4 hours. But what a glorious sunrise it was! With the sunlight returning to us and filling our cold bodies with warmth and life, we began to reflect on the struggles from the night before. And then we found more cocks and immediately got distracted. We followed those birds to the far end of the island, where we got a bit silly.
Cat doesn't want me doing this with the phone. Because you're stop. I've been up for 2 minutes.
We did a lot of exploring on day 2 and got escorted out of nearly every art gallery on Duval Street. And I'm not really sure how, but we managed to find ourselves in what can only be described as a sanctuary. There was this beautiful garden that just drew us in and allowed us to rest our weary bones amongst its glorious plants. And after the night we had just had, you know we got a bit goofy here too.
Bean. Walkies. I want walkies. Walkies. Blue streak speeds by. Sonic the Hedgehog. Too fast for the naked. I'm gonna look for chickens. And I hope I didn't get to. Oh, there's a pond! I am looking for wild animals in the garden. What wonders will I find today? Wait, I actually, this isn't where I came from. Oh my god, I found a butterfly. Oh, this is sick. I don't know where Dean is. Dean, come with me. I found cool stuff. Come here. Get up. Walk. Come here. No, it's worth it though. You come sit over here. Come here.
Coming, but not because you said so.
Yeah, go in there. Go in there. there?
Butterflies.
There's butterflies.
Butterflies and lizards and flowers.
Oh my. Bench. Hell yeah.
I cannot help the life cycle of a butterfly.
Dean says these butterflies are gonna die because they are turning white.
Well, that one is for sure. Faux show. That's a dead butterfly.
He's flapping around though.
I'm gonna do a lot of flapping before I die. I'm gonna make the biggest ruckus known to man before I die. Let everyone know. I'm gonna give my last dying breath to my enemies, letting them know that they didn't matter to me. Instead of saying I love you to my grandchildren.
You're sick.
No, there's a moral nugget in that. Did you understand? Flip the video upside down for the answer at the bottom.
Watching butterflies in the garden with my bro. Favorite garden tool.
It is a hoe. Oh. I mean, we rhymed 3 times. Sorry. Please continue your song.
No, I'm done. The song is over. New guy. It's ski. It's gonna be quirky at night.
There's the yellow one.
That's what.
Lavenders. I said the yellow one, implying that you found it.
What are you doing? No. Bad luck. Get your hand out of there.
It was a leaf anyway.
Everyone knows that all great adventures must end with the heroes learning some kind of lesson. So if I had to wrap this journey up as a moral story, I'd say it's about making the most of a bad situation. Despite the hardships, we still managed to have a great time. We hope to see you again very soon, Key West. Just hopefully this time that's through a hotel window.